questions while I sort of dabble. Are we good?
What's an easy way to change a key?
A key?
Yeah, just any key. Like you want to change it to a different key, make it more interesting. What's the best way to do it?
Like in FL Studio, I would just grab everything and just pick it up and then put a different key. Or you can, if you do it the really lazy way, you can just grab the master pitch and shift that up. And then that's a different key. Don't do that.
Alright, we've got a question over here.
About the, let's say the part you did for the piano.
Yeah.
Did you say there's like a couple of key points where you can do the velocity really high to like punctuate?
Yeah. Yeah. I personally am not that experienced with piano music in general, but you know, a certain rhythm points do generally, like in a rhythm, a piano player would hit certain like points in a rhythm a lot harder than they would others. But yeah, like that depends on the rhythm you're going for. So that, yeah.
Would you say that it's like the same within synth that you can actually?
You can do that in synth, and that creates that also creates a lot of depth to music. Generally, I don't do it just because I don't know why I don't do it. It does create a lot of variation in music, and I guess it's just that I'm not used to doing it. I haven't really experimented with that. Like I will. There's not really any synths here at a fast enough rhythm sort of, you know, have different velocities. But yeah, synths can do velocity, and you know, also with the velocity and in synths you can combine the velocity to modulate other things other than just volume. You can have it. I'll give an example real quick. Element masters. Like rather than just being, let's do that. Yeah, that's just a single note. It's any velocity you play at, the default synth, it'll be exactly the same volume. So to add a velocity to it, you go here. This is in massive. This is the velocity slider. That's how much this envelope affects something, and this slider goes into God, that's gone completely blank now. Basically, yeah. Shall I just show you, and then I can't explain right now. I've gone completely blank. So yeah, I can actually have control over how loud it is by suppressing it or not. So, and you can also do that with other elements. So we'll put a low pass here. Yeah, that's going to be sort of a flux sound. And we'll remove this one. So this is generally how I make sort of an acid kind of sound. That's not exactly how I've kind of forgotten how I make an acid sound, but we will work with it. Yeah, velocity is very important with like the cutoff frequency in an acid sort of bass line. It's very important in giving it that really exaggerated modulation. So like velocity is important, like really easy way to sort of emphasize certain notes and get new patterns.
What if I ask a question about what you just had up on the screen?
Yeah.
With the, could you bring it back up? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Did you see the curves in this black window you have going
Yeah.
on? What kind of time span are we talking about there? Is that
It depends on the sort of basically all these sliders determine the length of certain parameters in this. This is an envelope, this is basically the main envelope here. I'll go into synthesis now actually, yeah. Basic synthesis. Open new map at okay, we'll go new sound. So this is the main volume envelope. Right now it's got a very fast attack and short release, so it just comes in, goes straight out. If you increase the attack, it affects how fast the note will come in, and the release will affect how once you release the key, how long it goes on for afterwards. There's also sustain, which is called level here, but it's usually called attack, decay, sustain, and release. But the level is the level which the note stays at while the note is being pressed. Like it will go to the absolute maximum at the end of the attack phase, and then it will come back down and stay at the sustain level. Usually the sustain is completely full, so like it doesn't matter if it's full, it doesn't matter how long this decay is. But if it's like down to half, say, the decay is the length at which it goes from the highest point to the sustained point. So like, so it's gone up and then curves back down, leveled off at the sustained level. Anything like that. And that's really slow. So that's generally how an envelope works, and that also affects, you can add that in massive is really good. You can sort of choose whatever parameter you want to modulate with this specific envelope. So if I wanted to, we'll do cutoff, that's the most noticeable. I can add this to the cutoff and so you can modulate other things rather than just the volume